Welcome to the BMC Remedyforce Summer 16 Early Access Program. I'm Nikhil Deshpande and I'm a product manager for BMC Remedyforce. In this video, we will be covering assignment automation. We will see how to set up rule-based automated assignment of queue and staff. This is our legal notice letting you know that what we are showing you today is regarding a future product. This information is under NDA and our safe harbor statement applies. Any purchasing decisions should be based on what is generally available today. The objective of queue auto assignment is to enable automated assignment of incidents to queues based on rules. Features are: admins can set up conditions to specify rules for automated assignment. These conditions are field values. The UI is almost identical to the familiar UI of suggested owners. The configuration is so flexible that one can choose to set up either automated queue assignment or suggested owners. The objective of staff auto assignment is to distribute incidents and service requests to staff on a round-robin basis. This feature is apt for automated level 1 assignment. Its features are: it enables assignment of incidents and service requests to team members on a round-robin basis. It allows setting up of specific staff members for automation. We understand that certain teams work in shifts. We allow setting up business hours for more granular automation within shifts. Let's now look at a demo of the product. We are going to first set up queue auto assignment. So click on Configure Applications, Suggested Owners, and Queue Auto Assignment. I've already created one assignment rule called Application Access. Let's create one more. Let's give it a title, WebSphere Incidents. In list of fields, I'm going to set up based on category equals WebSphere. In queue auto assignment, I'll set up the queue as application infra. Because I'm setting up queue auto assignment, I set up a queue. Since I do not want to set up suggested owners, I'm not going to do that. I'll save this record. Next, let us see how to set up staff auto assignment. Before that, let us see how to set up business hours because this is one of the features required for staff auto assignment. To do so, click on Setup and search for business hours. As you can see, I've already created business hours here and I cannot delete any record. So I'm going to edit one of the records and show you the UI. Give it an appropriate name. I've called it Shift A. Make sure it is set to active. Set up your time zone and set up your business hours for every day of the week. Save your record. Okay, now click on Users. Field sets. We need to ensure that the business hours field is added to the field set, and that's what we are doing here. Click on Main Panel. You'll find the field business hours here. Drag it and drop it onto the field set and click Save. There's one last step we need to do before we Set up staff auto assignment, which is form assignment. Click on application settings, form assignment. We need to ensure that the profile system administrator has the form client, which is true in this case. If it is not, please make sure it is assigned and save the record. Now we're going to set up business hours for some of our staff members. So in administration tab, click on manage users, clients. Let's open the record of Luke Jones. We can set up the appropriate business hours here. We'll grant him Shift A and click Save. Record saved. Let's do that for Deepak Mantri also. Okay, we see that Deepak already has Shift A. Let's do that for two more users. Charlotte. Let's assign her to Shift B. It is true. And Jackson Smith. Jackson Smith is also assigned to Shift B. So now we have these four staff users, who two of which belong to Shift A and two of which belong to Shift B. Now let us set up staff auto assignment. So let's click on application settings, record assignment. Make sure enable queue and user assignment is checked, because it's only when this field is checked that staff auto assignment will work. So once that field is checked, this button appears, configure staff auto assignment. Click that button. You'll see all of your queues at the left, and in the right panel, for any queue that's selected, you'll see all of the members of that queue. What we have to do is set up staff auto assignment. We need to select members of the queue that are eligible for assignment automation. So let's first set up application infra, and I'm going to set up this queues without any business hours. So I will add Charlotte and Jackson to the queue. Record saved. Now let's go to service desk. Let's say service desk operates into shifts A and B. So we are going to enable auto assignment based on business hours. If you have a long list of staff members in each shift, you can choose to filter by business hours. Select all of those members that you want to add to that shift. Next, you might want to filter on the other shift. So now we have set up both of these queues, one queue with business hours and one without business hours. Now we are going to create incidents from self-service. So I'm switching over to self-service now. Submit a ticket. Okay, We are going to create one incident for application access because that's how our queue auto assignment has been set up. Okay, now we are going to copy this incident a few times because I want to give an idea of how this will work, how automation will work when you have several incidents created at around the same time. We'll copy it once more. Now let's create a different kind of incident and we'll assign it to application infra. Basically, we'll choose a category that assigns it to application infra. Okay, this is the issue. Because we hadn't enabled it to display in self-service, that's why it wasn't displayed. Okay, we see it here. So I'm going to report an issue related to WebSphere. We have assigned it to the category WebSphere. Let's copy this incident a few times. Okay, so we have created the incidents. We'll allow the system a minute or so to assign the incidents to the appropriate queue and staff. Meanwhile, let's look at the benefits. Assignment automation ensures that your staff does not have to keep a watch over their queues for new incidents created. The system automatically does this. As incidents and service requests are assigned to queue and staff within minutes, staff are better able to meet service level agreements. Some organizations use workflow rules to achieve similar automation. However, there are limits to the number of workflow rules that an organization can have. This feature allows organizations to get away from workflow rules and use those limits for other purposes. So now let's look at, let's see if those incidents have been assigned automatically to the appropriate queue and staff. Here we go. So all incidents from 50 through 58, you'll recollect that the first four were created with a category application access, which we have mapped to service desk. So they were assigned automatically to service desk. Within service desk, we have Luke and Deepak. They are two members of the service desk. So these incidents were distributed to both of them on a round robin basis. You'll recollect that there was a third member of this queue to whom we did not enable automation, so no incident was assigned to them. And then you'll observe that the next five incidents we created with category as WebSphere, which in our assignment rule is mapped to the queue application infra. So all of those incidents were assigned to the application infra queue. Within this queue, assignment was done on a round robin basis to Charlotte and Jackson. You'll recollect that we had set up staff assignment automation based on shifts. So currently, since shift A is in progress, that's why both of these users were assigned and not the others. Thank you for watching this overview of assignment automation. We look forward to hearing your comments on the upcoming Remedyforce Summer 16 release.